Assalamu alaikum, welcome back and peace and blessings be upon you. I've got a feeling that we're going to make a thank you video. So for everyone that didn't know, the first upload that I've got, Introduction to Jezzy Bear, that was actually my first proper upload for Call of Duty. And first upload, like real true upload, where I was actually trying to put something out there on my channel. So I want to thank everyone of you. There was 110 views, and I don't know who you all are. 110 thank yous coming to all of you. I had 20 something people subscribe, about 10 likes on the video, there was comments, people sharing it on Facebook. I can't thank those people enough. It was just so fantastic to see the support. I was really nervous. I was thinking I was only going to get 10 views and maybe the heaps of dislikes because, I'm not that good at this sort of stuff. So yeah, a huge thank you to all those guys. I can't thank you enough. I also want to make a huge shout out to Pandabeties, As Rainbows, and Onceupon a Tomato. I'm going to put all their channel links in the description, so anyone that watches this video, feel free to go and check out some of their stuff. They're into all sorts of different kind of gameplays and different games, and they've been all the way helpful with getting my setup right, from my editing software to what content I should put out there. So a huge thank you to those guys, and please guys, go and show them some love. As you can see as well, this gameplay is on Stronghold. It's a game of Team Deathmatch. I actually picked this gameplay up after everyone jumped offline. I was in a full party, we were rolling through, we were having great wins, and everyone jumped off, and I was sort of left with one other person, and I went, alright, I'm going to stop recording now, we'll just play one game and I'm going to go to bed. And then I picked up this gameplay, so unfortunately I wasn't recording at the time, so I've had to capture it from theatre, so I'm very sorry about all the controls that you see on your screen at the moment. Ooh, and that transition. That's probably the smoothest one so far. Now, speaking of transitions, I want to fulfill a promise I made in my first introduction video, in which we're not going to just talk about Call of Duty and my gameplay and everything else. We're actually going to talk about some serious topics and some real issues that are happening in the world. So right now, as we speak, we're actually coming towards the end of Ramadan. And Ramadan is where Muslims will fast for 30 days. So we don't eat or drink in between sunrise and sunset. And it's a month in which we feel and should feel our hearts soften and come closer, not just towards God, but towards the people as well. And try and make us feel more thankful for the things that we have and the things that we don't have. And speaking of that, there's an appeal going on at the moment. There's a day coming up on August the 5th, I think, for memory. And it's called Jeans for Jeans Day. And again, for people that don't know what Jeans for Jeans Day is, it's actually a charity that raises money for genetic research. Genetic research. It's not that hard to say, is it? But it raises money for genetic research, and I'm really lucky to have a wife that's really trying to get involved with this sort of stuff. So I'm going to leave some links in the description below. I'm going to leave both her link, and I'm also going to leave the link for Jeans Day, because it's such an important charity. There's so much that goes on, and until you've been in that position, like my wife and I have been before, then you're not going to understand why this is such an important topic. And it's something that people need to talk about because it's severely underfunded. We need to know more about why these things happen and why they happen to children especially, It's heartbreaking to see families have to go through this sort of stuff, and I'm so glad that I can speak to you guys on a platform like this, especially, as I say, for the Muslims going towards the end of Ramadan. It's such a great charity to get behind and try and help out someone else that may be struggling with something, or the scientists need some funding to get through and try and find out more about how things go wrong and why they go wrong. So guys, again, I'm going to leave those links in the description as well. Feel free to check them out at any stage. So while I'm sort of on the topic of Ramadan as well, we probably should discuss that a little bit more and not too much in detail. If you have more questions about Ramadan, we can talk about that in the comment section below. But put quite simply, I remember watching a Canadian a politician stand up in Parliament and make an address for only about 30 seconds, and he mentioned he had fasted in the month of Ramadan the year before as an act of charity, and all the money he saved he gave to charity. So that's just a brilliant way to even look at it. And he said afterwards what he actually felt was more thankful for the lifestyle that he led. So you imagine in Australia or wherever you are listening to, probably in the modern world, we have everything at our fingertips. I know how lucky I am to have this platform to be able to address you guys, to have all the technology we have and all of that sort of stuff. It's just amazing. Now imagine every day that's been taken away from you. You live in a hot place where nothing grows, there's lack of water, there's lack of food, and every day you're hungry like this. Now, we only do this for 30 days, but in that 30 days, our personalities should change a little bit. By the way, did you see that guy just get turned on? Our personalities should change a little bit, and we should realize what we should be thankful for, and what we take for granted every day. We should realize that these things are small and minuscule. Those arguments we had with our friends, those arguments we have with our parents are so minuscule by comparison that if you take food and water away from a person, they become quiet and more stable, especially over a period of time. And that's something perhaps that we always take for granted. I know I do. Even in this country, I was lucky enough to go to Bangladesh for 12 days, and I saw what lack of money and poverty means. And it was at times horrific and really confronting, but it was so rewarding. Because when I came home, I suddenly realized what I had missed and what I really needed to survive. So often I'd die if I didn't play COD, or I'd die if I didn't go to work, or die if I don't go out to the nightclub with my friends. By the way, watch this. Watch that. What is that guy doing? But we think we're going to struggle if we don't have certain things in our life. Let me assure you that you cannot survive longer than without the basic necessities of life. And that, in this channel, is what I want to promote, is that we don't always need, that we don't always have to take. Sometimes we can give, and the more we give, the better we're going to be for it. So once again, on your way out, this is your boy Jezzy Bear. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.